Hey guys, welcome to Vapescape UK. I am Dazza78. We've got a two-part video coming up on the Linx Hypnos Zero. The reason it's going to be two parts is I got two separate atomizers. I got the all ceramic and I got the Dio. So I want to split it down. I don't want it to be too overwhelming because it ended up being a half an hour video. So I'm going to chop it in half. This is going to be part one, talking about the actual vape and the ceramic chamber, and then we're going to come back with part two and the Dio chamber. So I hope you enjoy part one, guys. Cheers. Hey guys, welcome to Vapescape UK. I am Dazza78 and today we are continuing our unboxing little sessions on concentrate pens. So today I've got a couple of Linx Hypnos Zeros. This little box set here was sent over to me by the guys over at Everyone Does It. This is the little basic. You get the charger, spare mouthpiece and the pen. They're not in there, but I will show them to you. And this is the kit that comes from Linx Vapor. So if you order from Everyone Does It, you're going to get one of these. And if you order from linxvapor.com, you're going to get one of these, which contains a little instruction booklet with everything you need to know in there. It also contains this really smart case. It reminds me of the Pro 2 I just got from Puffco. It's got the embossed geometric links on there. It's got like a carbon weave pattern in the metal trim. You press that button, pops your kit open, and in there you get the Linx Hypnos Zero. You get a spare mouthpiece here. You get the charging USB cable, which will fit into any iPad, computer or iPhone plug. You also in this one get a little extract tool, which is new to the Zero. It says Linx Vapor in the middle, and I'm guessing that's made out of the same medical grade stainless steel as the vape. So let's get on to the vape. That's really nice. Do you know what, guys? The only thing I'm not a fan of, even though the sponge is quite good, is that felt again. And if you're using concentrates, that's going to get all gummy just by putting the tool back in there. But it's a really nice case, and the pen fits in it completely put together, so it's not in pieces and you have to put it together, so you can actually load that up, chuck it in there. So this is the Linx Hypnos Zero. This unit is 100% medical grade components. It's 100% medical grade stainless steel, ceramic chamber, borosilicate mouthpiece. The vapor path is very, very clean. I'm going to break it down and show it to you. Here is a really, really cool ceramic chamber with a ceramic plate in the middle, and it's the Zero, right guys? So there's zero toxins is what they're saying. There's no fibers, there's no plastics, there's no glues, there's no wick in there. It's a really nice clean chamber, and as you can see, it's got that little that little ceramic plate in there. Okay, so that's where you put your concentrates. That is vaping straight up through a 100% medical grade stainless steel splash guard, which is then going up through just a borosilicate, 100% medical grade stainless steel borosilicate. Okay, that is where your vapor path is. That is really nice, really clean. And when I say this is 100% medical grade stainless steel, guys, the way this fits together, it feels like a surgical instrument. Okay, there's no plastics, there's no glues, it's just a screw-in medical grade stainless steel vape, which is really nice. There's the battery. The battery is very impressive. It takes between 1 to 2 hours to charge, 2 hours from dead, but that's going to last a really long time. Okay, that's a 650 mAh battery on a tiny little vape pen. So this feels really nice. When you hold it in your hand and you take it apart and you put it together, you'll see what I mean about it feeling like a surgical instrument. It's really clean, really precise, really well machined. When you look at it and it's just so smooth the way it goes together. I was really, really fucking impressed with this. Really impressed with this. No rubbers, nothing. This chamber is a really efficient little chamber, because what you do is you drop your concentrates onto that plate, and if you can see, there's like a trench that runs around the side. Once your concentrate melts, it vapes off into it melts into that trench. It stays pooled in that trench and it just vapes off. It's not burning, it's not coming into contact with any heating element, any heating coils, nothing. It's not a burn, it's a very, very true evaporation. It's in fact, I think, in my opinion, the truest vaporization I think I've had from a vape pen. So let's not talk any longer. Let's get to vaping. Oh, let me just show you this. This is the one I've been vaping, this one, for around about a month. If you heat that up, that little bit will come off there. Look how clean that is. You're getting very, very little reclaim in this. Very, very little wastage. It's so efficient with your products. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to show you how it works. I am vaping today on the Dank Extracts UK Skywalker OG, and I'm in a lot of pain. I've been really ill, so I am hoping to banish my pain to a galaxy far, far away. So let's see what happens. I've already got some of it portioned up in my little dabby here. So there's two ways I like to do this. I vape a lot of rosin. So if it's like this, I can just pick a piece out like that. That's no problem. And I can just drop it in. And that will sit in the middle. Let me just show you. Sit in the middle on that plate beautifully, okay? Mouthpiece on. That's ready, that's locked and loaded, ready to go. So let's talk a little bit about the vape. This is a tweaked version of the original Hypnos. So the original Hypnos had a single coil on there. The atomizer is completely changed. You've got the ceramic plate now, but the temperature settings are tweaked. So you've got 4 temperature settings. The lowest temperature setting is lower than the old Hypnos, and the highest setting is higher than the old Hypnos. Now it's already on, so it's, let me just show you. That's 5 clicks to turn it on. And your lowest temperature setting is blue, then green, then amber, then red. I like to have, I've turned it off. What a muppet. Let me turn it back on. I'm not well, guys. You've got to bear with me. So that's the blue. I'll normally have a hit on blue or green just to melt my concentrate in. Then I'll bump it up to amber and to red. But what I want to show you is on blue, you get an insane amount of flavour, but very little vapour, which is really good, because you can get vapour on the higher settings. On the lower settings, you get a load of flavour, you get the effects, but very little vapour, which is very, very stealthy. And this is a really small pen. I mean, it's just over 10.5 centimetres. I think it's 10.7 centimetres. It weighs in at around 46 grams. So it's a really small pen. It's one that's easily concealed. You can hold it in your hand like that. It's really nice and stealthy. So let's take a hit on blue. We'll melt it in and I'll show you what I mean. Hardly any vapour. A wisp. Huge, massive punch of flavour though. That Skywalker OG is fucking tasty. And that didn't fail to deliver on taste. Absolutely amazing. That is one of the truest, if not the truest, flavour I've had from a pen. It's unbelievable. It's like a really nice, tasty, low temp dab. I'm going to bump it up. It's on the green. I used the blue and the green just to melt in my concentrate. That's on the green setting, so we're starting to get a little vapour now. The taste is unbelievable. It's sensational. I can't tell you how good the flavour from this pen is, and the airflow is fantastic. Because of the way it's machined, the way it is, the way the air holes are inside the actual chamber and on the outside, it's really free flowing draw. It's a really free flowing draw. You've got nothing in there other than that splash guard, that stainless steel splash guard, stainless steel, medical grade stainless steel. So you've got a really nice clean hit. Unbelievable flavour. And I think maybe, in my opinion, that could be unrivaled flavour, because I would definitely put the flavour of that pen, of this, up against any other vape, whether it was the Galaxy or whether it was the Plus. It's firmly become my favourite and my go-to. The piece of rosin I put in there was the size of a very small BB, if that, maybe the size of a grain of rice. You saw it on the camera, it's a very small piece. When you've got a very small piece of concentrates like that, this will make it last a really long time. It's so efficient. So it's not one where you can load a huge amount in and go for the day, but you load a little amount and it will last you a long time. So if you've got something like this where you can carry some around, it's really, really handy. Because it is a small chamber, but it's very efficient with a small amount. So we're going to bump it. I've turned it off again. I always do that. We're going to bump it up to red and I'll show you. Now the other feature that this has is a cutoff. So if this button is depressed for 12 seconds, it's 12 or 15, I think it's 12. I'm not sure. I should have checked. I'm not well. If this button is depressed, whether in your pocket or while you're hitting, it's going to turn off, completely turn off. You have to switch it back on, which is really nice. If you want to take a quick hit and just drop it back in your pocket, you can. The flavour is sensational. Impressed with this pen. I think the design is really nice. It's really slick. You've got the little links just at the bottom, and it says Linx at the top here. And I find with this pen, if I hold the button down and I just turn it a little, the concentrate moves over the plate and around in the trench, and you just get every single drop. I can't tell you how efficient this is. You are getting vapor, and if I had started the concentrate on the high setting, I would have got quite decent sized clouds. For me, that's not what this is about. You can use a coil if you want to do that. For me, this is about a very true, pure vaporization of your product, which is what you're getting off this chamber. The chamber is really easy to clean. Linx Vapor recommend just detaching the atomizer, turning it upside down into some ISO, just so these holes here on the side are submerged, so it would be inverted in like that. Leave it there for up to 2 hours, take it out, clean it, burn it off, and it's more or less good to go. It's really simple to clean. Now the ceramic chambers are replaceable. They're supposed to last, Linx say, between 3 and 6 weeks. I've had this in there for about a month, I think maybe just under a month, and it's still pretty much immaculate. After every maybe 3 or 4 uses, I'll give it a little clean, and it's cleaned up well for me every single time. Vaped it in and around town. It's just so inconspicuous. Some people don't like the little Boro mouthpiece being left open, but you have got a splash guard in there, so nothing, you can see the splash guard, nothing is going to fall down into your, but you can get these little dust buds that sit on the top, or if you don't like anything so bright, you get them in different colours, or you get the little Linx Vapor ones that you can sit on there as well. I'd really like a metal cap on that, the little magnetic ones that they do. That would be really nice. Now this isn't a new vape. It's not a new vape. It's been out a while, but it keeps winning awards. And I'll be honest with you, this is called the Hypnos, and Hypnos was the god of sleep, and I'm kind of guilty of sleeping on this vape because I was underwhelmed by the Gaia. I thought I'm not really interested in that. Yeah, it looks nice, but the Gaia looked nice. And I was underwhelmed by the Gaia. But then again, the only time I got to try the Gaia, it was handed to me. I hit it and someone said, what do you think of it? And I made a snap judgment, and it was a first impression. And first impressions count, people. So it was my impression of the Linx range. But first impressions count. But then you should always give a second chance. And I'm really, really glad I did, because this was recommended to me by Bud over at Vape Critic, a pal of mine. And I was like, you know, they look nice, but I was so underwhelmed by the Gaia. I'm not really going to waste my time with this. I think the Plus is my favourite pen. Anyway, I tried it. I'm so glad I did. I'll never sleep on Linx again. If you put it up against the Plus, this is the other ceramic chamber pen that I have. And there's a huge size difference. We're going to do a side-by-side of ceramic pens, and those two will go. Shine on, people. Shine on.
Good for the man, super fly. Here I stand, secret stash, heavy bread, bad as